we've got some what the fuck kind of stories of varying degrees of seriousness. I'll start with a less serious one. Bro star Billy Eichner reacts to disappointing box office openings. Straight people just didn't show up. Yeah, basically he's got this movie called Bros that is a LGBTQ romantic comedy. He's writing that straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up. Yeah, a lot of people didn't, dude. First off, the whole thing with like, I mean, look, the truth is, despite what you might see on TV and stuff, gay people don't make up a very large percentage of the population. Now, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't get everything that straight people do. They should, I'm all for. I have no problem with same-sex marriage, same-sex, adoption, all that kind of stuff. I got no problem with that. That's fine. Live your life. Be who you want. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, that's the kind of mentality I take. That's fine. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, I don't care. But why would I go watch your movie? But then he also said, he tweeted out, last night I snuck in and sat in the back of a sold out theater playing Bros in LA. The audience howled with laughter start to finish. Yeah, all that stuff. Some were wiping away tears as they walked out. It was truly magical. Nah. Okay, so you had to sneak in. Illegally you can't fucking buy a ticket or whatever, but whatever. He also says that the theater chain had mounted plans to pull the trailer, blah, 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 to gay content, all this. It's the usual kind of, oh, God, the film fizzled at the box office this weekend, opening in fourth place with a slim $4.8 million gross. Look, it'll likely struggle to achieve profitability, it says, considering its disappointing debut. It won't. It probably won't make any money. But, that's fine. For the people who want to watch it, you want to watch it, go ahead. That's fine. Here's the thing, though. Some of it might have to do with people don't want to see a rom-com about a bunch of gay men. But some of it is also, Billy Eichner is annoying as fuck. He was the worst part on Parks and Recreation. His character Craig sucked. Fucking screaming and screeching and tweaking and all that stuff. That's not funny. Bullshit. He was the worst part of Parks and Rec by far. Not even close. Anyway, of course, it's earned glowing approval from critics and audiences, polling, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. We'll move to the next one. This is from a woman named Eliza on Twitter. It's basically about an ex-teacher charged with child porn, now indicted in sex assault. She's basically her thing was, remember this teacher's old tweets? I do. And she links them here. Ex-teacher now charged with porn, but yada yada. Here they are. Here's the fucking piece of shit's tweets. You're fucking acting like we want to show kids porn or something. But something I've learned through the years that whenever right-wingers accuse others of something, it's definitely something they're projecting. Oh, Oahu. Substitute teacher Alden Bunag was charged Wednesday in a criminal complaint filed in federal court for distributing child pornography. Here's more. He's got more fucking stuff. In all of your posts, you've proven that you're pro-bigotry, controlling women, controlling children, defending fascists, enabling rumors. We're done here. Goodbye and live your disgusting life. Yada, yada, yada. Basically talking about, sexual orientation doesn't require discussing sex. You fucking pervert unless your brain automatically goes to fucking whenever you think of two dudes liking each other. Keep on demonstrating how sick in the head you are. It goes on and on. I'll link this in the description box if you want to happen to see it for yourself. But, and it goes on and just on and on. Anyway. Actually, I'll move on to the next story. This is from the Denver, the Mile High City. Cash assistance approved for people experiencing homelessness. They approved $2 million contract with the Denver Basic Income Project. It goes on. You're like, okay. Wait. To provide monthly cash assistance to more than 140 women, transgender, and gender non-conforming individuals and families in shelters. So, if you're a man, or a straight man, or whatever, you can go fuck yourself, basically. Like, what the hell, I mean, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That's a real good thing, really good, eh? Considering that homeless men make up the vast majority of all men make up the vast majority of all homeless people. I think it's like 75%. But nah, go fuck yourself, basically. That's what they're saying. We're going to give money to the one or two transgender, homeless people, if that. Because, again, it's just like with the whole Billy Eichner thing. I think like 5% of this country is gay. Although that number is probably going higher because now all of a sudden they've started opening up. Hey, you could be gay if you fill in all these blanks as well. But it's like 5% of the country is gay. And I think like 0.01% is transgender or something. It's a very small percentage. Now that means that there's a pretty good amount of people who identify as transgender or gay or whatever, because it's the nation 335, 350 million people, however many it is. So I mean, hell, even just 1% of that, you're talking a pretty large amount. Regardless, it's fucking idiotic. It's just fucking idiotic. Here's another story from, I got it on archive though, but it's a giant freaking robot. Warner Brothers is deleting purchases of their digital content off your library. It's from for some reason they're fucking like quoting Chew on Head about this, even though they didn't have anything to fucking do with it. Which I'm actually blocked on my other Twitter account. I'm actually blocked by Chew because she's a fucking bleeding heart idiot on some things. Long story short, basically there was this guy who was convicted of murdering 3 people and was sentenced to die by I think it was lethal injection. And she's trying to argue that it was wrong and something. No, fuck that. I'm 100% for capital punishment. I think we don't use it often enough in this country, and we don't use it quickly enough. Now, that's not to say that we should just be using it at the drop of a hat, but if we know that you murdered a family, I think it was a family of 3, but it might have been a family of 4. Or, hell, even if it's just one person. If you murder them in cold blood, you gotta go. Fuck off. Why should we keep your ass in prison? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I agree with her on some things, but I think that was just ridiculous. But so she had to block me over something stupid like that. But basically, here's the thing. This guy, bring this up here. Here we go. This is the one here. TNV. Ted sorry, I butchered your name. Amazon deleted my Final Space digital purchases of season 1 and 2. My video library has been wiped clean of Final Space content. What the fuck? Then Amazon says, hello, your purchase titles may become unavailable due to licensing restrictions or for limited reasons. You can read more about it here, yada yada yada. I don't care about fucking choose shit, but whatever. Get out of here. And it goes on, do we really own the digital purchases we make from websites, even sites as big as Amazon and Disney Plus? No, you don't own them. You're fucking renting them. That's exactly why physical media is the way to go, if at all possible. They also, Marvel Studios won't be releasing physical copies of its Disney Plus shows. Includes a link to the 2021 article on the site. Well, which, I mean, if you want those, your best bet is to sail the high seas, we'll say, and get copies, put them on a flash drive or something, if that's what you really want. If they don't want to sell it to you, hey, what else can you do? But anyway, this goes on, and they talk, I'll link this in the description box if you want to read it for yourself, but it goes on, sounds like the person really, really likes Shoe on Ed, because they keep going on and on about her and everything. But anyway, that was the end of the article. It's just, you buy physical when at all possible. Get it physical, if at all possible. Get backup copies as well, physically. I mean, or like, you can get, if you buy your stuff on Amazon or wherever it is, again, get it physically somehow, some way. Find out a way, if you can. Now, I understand at the same time you can get in trouble for doing that kind of stuff. They don't look, a lot of ISPs, they may not look too kindly on it. So you got to do, I have to be kind of careful about it. But the way things are, they can change things. Hell, I saw a story a couple months ago about the Duffer Brothers went back and changed and edited something in Stranger Things that had already been released and watched by a bunch of people. And of course, the whole article's about people didn't even notice. It's like, that's because most of the people had already fucking watched the episode. They were not going to go back and watch it again. I forget exactly what it was. It was I think it was some lighting shit or something like that. I don't remember. I don't care. Point is, they can go back and change this shit all the time. How they've gone back and they've changed things because of Loki. They went and changed, I think the ending of some episode of WandaVision because of Loki on Disney Plus, and it's like, nah, dude, nah, fuck that. It's just best bullshit. Got to get physical. It's like that old song, getting physical. Physical. Anyway, I'm not gonna try to sing it. Point is though, is like if you got something that you're, from Amazon or from whoever the hell it is, you don't own it. If not, if it's digital, not unless you actually have a physical copy, like an actual file. Then you might own it physically, I suppose, if you want to, we could quibble over that. But otherwise, if you're streaming that shit, no, you don't own it. You're just renting access to it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Just going a lot longer than I thought it would be. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.